It's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Bobby Gould for San Francisco.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They begin with a quick throw out left. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 78 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they were more than prepared for that one. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Javon Kinlaw
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Hart on the tackle. A gain of 12 brings up.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First kick. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Covered by DJ Swearinger.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Rams 10, 49ers 7. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Stop shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Watson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough, and he's a few inches short for 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, here's the option. They get this out quickly to the left side. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 15. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
San Francisco.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Let's go.
George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Niners 21. Rams 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 40 underway, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Deebo Samuel. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
quick throw completed by Watson.
And he goes out right around the 39.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Fred Warner
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Going right back to Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 32 that time.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
They'll run with Mostert. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Second and 1. Eluding the pressure right. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, Watson.
over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
As he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to air one out.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score.
Niners 35, Rams 27.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Come on now, let's do this.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's Mostert. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Niners 49, Rams 27.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Operating from the gun, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.